And a treasure hunter as well can be a form of a scholar as well. You can understand like treasure, like the treasures of the lore as well.
Okay,
Of
so I need to
course,
decide this now. Yeah.
Of course, when you pick the calling, it comes with an additional distinctive feature, like we had decided Swift and Keen-eyed. So every calling comes with leadership for captain, enemy lore for champions, messenger have folklore, scholars have rhymes of lore. So that if you have decided already of a calling, you can write it's so the calling is a drop-down menu at the top left of your character sheet. The shadow path, you type it. Culture, you type it. And this additional distinctive features coming from your calling is in the item tab.
And it probably doesn't matter that we double up on anything. It doesn't really matter that we double up on them amongst us, right?
On callings?
Yeah.
No. I don't think. Well,
no.
You have to decide for yourself. There are like 100 different types of scholars. It doesn't. It can be nice as well to have two scholars from opposite side of the world meet, and share, all sorts of recipe.
Yeah. I think.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go for it.
I was just going to ask if I can switch my calling specifically.
Yeah, for sure. It's
okay.
So the callings, the distinctive features of callings are under items, characteristics, distinctive features of calling. And you have this folder there, and you can drag and drop. Like, for example, for scholars, it's rhymes of lore.
Yeah, I just switched to champion.
Yeah.
Because I was reading the additional distinctive feature, and it didn't really sound like my character so much. Whereas the enemy lore one, I was gonna ask what of this list here: evil men, orcs, spiders, trolls, wargs, and undead. What would I have encountered maybe where I am, if any?
Evil men can be Easterlings, like Huns or Mongolian style invaders from the east. So that could be evil men. Even they could be coming from the Vales of Gundabad, north of the river Anduin, on the other side of the forest of Mirkwood. There is always an evil man somewhere, And then orcs, they're everywhere. Spiders, Mirkwood is reputed for its spiders. Trolls, possibly a bit less. Surely more in the mountains, although there are marsh trolls, and there are marshes near the lake and the swamps around Esgaroth. Wargs, they can live on their own or be subject to the orcs, so they're around. Undead would be possibly a bit more specific. That could have to do, I don't know, undead, all the people who died fighting against smog. Yeah.
Okay. Because I have to choose one, right? I have to choose one that I know sort of.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll choose. I feel like the spiders don't come out of Mirkwood a whole lot, and I wouldn't have gone in a whole lot. So I think it would either be evil men or orcs, and I think I'll just do orcs, just to make it easy. Sort of that straightforward.
Yeah.
Just thinking like maybe like there was some orcs attacked my village and sort of trying to pillage, and we don't have guards or anything, so they had to call whoever was there, and my character was one of those people. So maybe that's how I see it.
Let's go. Love it. Rhymes of lore for scholars. So rhymes of lore are short verses created by many cultures to help them remember significant facts from ancient history which might otherwise be lost. But totally in tune with the kind of like oral spoken traditions of the hobbits. Yeah, and then on all sorts of topics, general lore. Basically, anytime you want to make a lore test, it's gonna be inspired. So if you spend a point of hope, and you claim your distinctive feature rhymes of lore, you're gonna gain 2 bonus dice. And every time you use enemy lore to gain information on orcs, tactics, lifestyle, whatever, where they could be hiding, how fast could they move, stuff like that. What do they eat? Then you're inspired when it comes to do this kind of roles. And a calling for Elfman.
Yep, I came up with Warden, and that takes my shadow to the path of despair, I think.
Love it.
So
okay.
Protecting of
path
the
of despair. Self-doubt is often the way that the shadow chooses to reach the heart of those who oppose it. For they know that the enemy is strong and terrible, and that those they protect are too naive or weak to fend for themselves. Every day they ask themselves, why will my strength be enough to prevail? Or will I drag down the innocent in defeat? And your additional distinctive feature is shadow lore, so general knowledge, a general awareness of the schemes of the shadow, of the schemes of the enemy. What's going on? What's the goal? What does it want? How does it proceed? This kind of more like general sense of the wrong. Right.
Where do you place that on your character sheet? The shadow lore.
This is in items, characteristics, distinctive features, and distinctive features of calling.
Okay, distinctive features of calling, and shadow lore. Great, and I just drag that over.
And drag it over.
Yep.
And same with Rhyme of Lore, Bernard Puddlefoot. You can find it under item characteristic distinctive features of calling. I can drag it for you. Up, it's down. All right, that was a big one. Of course, this is the meat of who you are and who you should not be. There you come. It's 2 sides of your coin. We'll go back to. Owen, you good?
Oh yeah, I have to choose 2 of the favorite skills, right? And those are
we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We'll come back to the character sheet. We'll just round up the your background. So know that we know who are your closed ones, where you're from, your parents, your siblings, your friends, your pastimes, your shadow side, your calling, what you want to be, what you want to avoid being. Let's go now. Really, and you have already just digged a little bit into that. Your background, just what it is. What is it? Did you have a happy your childhood, your coming of age, until now? Well, an elf, a 300 years old elf, is a long story. You don't have to. We don't have to go into too much detail. But was it a happy childhood? Was it not? Yeah, Ethan.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see. I think sort of sticking with the cliche here of farmer's son, I don't think his father was mean to him or his mother, but I think they worked him hard. I think he had to do a lot of chores around the farm. So as a child, he didn't. He felt a little tied down, but not in a any toxic or horrible way. It wasn't abusive, is what I'm trying to say, and so it was generally okay. And then sort of as he got older, I think his father did start to get meaner because it was clear he was starting to leave the farming idea away. So a little bit of like he's being ostracized by his family, sort of left out, the odd one out kind of thing. And yeah, so I think when he was younger, it was okay. And then once he started being more himself, it became more difficult for him, actually. And that's probably something that's a little bit of turmoil in him right now. And sort of leading into now. He's still very young, so he hasn't done a whole lot, right? It was mostly just staying in his town, doing farm work up until now.
Oh yeah, it's a little like it's a farm with a nice stockade around it, or like protected away alone, by itself in the wild, or it's a little hamlet somewhere.
I would say it was like relatively close to whatever village or whatever settlement, I guess you could say. It's probably not very big wherever they live, but I'd say it's close, but they were sort of on the edge of town, quote unquote. They weren't. And so I think the other thing there that you made me think of just now is the reason he is also very friendly with people now is I don't think he was close to the settlement in the way that he would just like walk outside and see his neighbors, right? Like he didn't really have any close neighbors. So the reason he's more friendly now is because he's like, I didn't get to do this growing up. I didn't get to go out and talk to the other kids or anything, right? So yeah, like far enough away for that to be his reality of sort of like this farm on its own in the field, I guess is the idea, right? But like close enough that there is a village or a settlement that he calls home, I guess, right?
Solid. It makes total sense. Cool.
Mm-hmm. And my last thing is, I guess there's a theme of rolling with my character because I found a bunch of names and I couldn't decide on one. So I made a list of 8 and I'm going to roll a 8-sided dice to see what I get just to decide for me, or else I would never pick. 4 was Thorold. It's about like this.
Nice. Thorold. You picked the easiest name for me to pronounce. Thorold. Okay. Got it.
I could change it if you'd like. I have more, like I said. Here, let me reroll.
Thorold. Pick the TH. Thorold. No, but okay, I love the name. It's try again.
Easier. What about this one? Is that Godmund?
Godmund. Goodmund. Whichever do you prefer? No, really, I was joking.
I'll do Godmund.
I kind of prefer Thorold, but
well, I was just thinking because of his full name, like when he does a proper introduction. Because an easy one, he would say he probably has a similar name to his father, and he could be Godmund, son of Godfried, is what I was thinking with that one. So
okay, sounds good. Okay.
But yeah, anyways, I don't want to take up too much time with all that.
No, we're here for that. It's you want a strong name, eh?
Yeah, true.
Son of Gottfried, because you'll be remembered in the annals Middle Earth.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Elf? What's his name?
Ilaris. I could go Olaris, but I
so you can type that at the very top of your character sheet.
Yep,
you can.
Yep. I banged that in there.
Ilaris.
Ilaris. I had another one, Evanderb, and another one, Aldarin, but I think
what kind of childhood did he? Ilara?
Yeah, Ilaris is fine.
Ilaris.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Nice, lovely. Sounds lovely. What kind of childhood did he have? And how did he grow up, like teenage years and stuff?
Well, they are dark woods, Mirkwood, and Thranduil's underground kingdom. There is a sense of darkness, of slightly surrounded or reclusive atmosphere. So while there is song and joy, and that we find there is the foreboding is there, and the love of the woods is the forest is spiritual in a good and sort of dark way. So that they do have a dark side to them, the elves of Mirkwood, and he found some light and some joy in looking out on the other cultures that he experienced, and that's why he took more of the tasks of looking after the borders and dealing with the trade on the river, and so in fact that was a lighter side to his life, really, and a pleasure to see the mortal men and their goings on and the Bjornings on the other side. So yeah.
Was there something that happened that struck him, something that shocked him, or something that either traumatized him or something that I don't know.
Well, I could say that he is caught between his mother and his father, in that she is more mystical and spiritual with the forest, whereas the father is more practical, and so their conflict, or not seeing quite eye to eye on how to raise both my sister and I.
Okay.
But
they still love each other.
Oh yes, yeah. Like any relationship, it's good to have differences, but yeah, they still love each other, but perhaps they spend time alone. I mean, and that's sort of the fate of the elf, to spend time with the books, with the forest, with the magic, or whatever comes, and yeah, and from there, and in some ways, that conflict, going out and seeing the world and spending time scouting and patrolling, is actually releases that burden of the family not quite being settled or happy. Not yeah. Yeah.
Quite grave.
Yeah, there's some gravity to the situation. Yeah. It's quite a serious world, and quite the fact that Mirkwood is encroached by, or even within it, there's so much evil, and
Yes.
so the whole thing is the whole thing is a little murky. But as I say, it's almost a relief to deal with the trade on the river and my dealings with men and
Totally.
dwarves.
And the other cultures. Yes.
And so the idea of a longer journey outside, it certainly has its calling there. Yeah, and maybe
Very cool.
my relationship with my sister, while I'm in awe of her, her mystical side, along with my mother, I do feel slightly apart from that. It's so yeah. The family, I guess, is a little bit disjointed, a little bit separated.
But maybe you're looking for the same answers, but from another angle, kind of. Maybe you want to make the loop come back with some kind of understanding, rather than studying the thing, sitting on a stool in a clearing. Just need to go around the forest to make a comeback somehow. I guess. I will
Definitely.
have time
I think it's actually one of the sort of in New Zealand we have what's called the overseas experience, and you actually go out of New Zealand to understand what New Zealand is. So a little bit of that, I guess.
Yeah. The more I grow up, the more I understand how not French I am. But because of that, I see what is purely French better. It's the more away you go from something, the clearer, the more you find, you see the bigger picture, and you see where the detail fits. Where when you're inside something, you can't really know it. How about Hobbit? Goodmoon, Bernard's childhood. At some point, his parents got rid of him. I don't know if it's the. Tell us about that. How did that go?
My character was in Bree, and his earliest memories are with these different races who are taller, stronger than him, and even as a halfling child, he was kind of tiny. So when his sister taught him how to read, he indulged in all kinds of books, perhaps the books his parents had that weren't meant for just about anyone. And perhaps one day at some kind of outing or party, he started babbling on about not conspiracy theories, but perhaps some secrets of Middle Earth from the past that should have been buried. Because of that, parents realized, oh crap, we shouldn't let our child read the books that we are researching. And then maybe a couple months passed and they said, hey, do you want to go visit your aunt and grandpa in the Shire? My character and my sister were like, yeah, let's go. So we went down to the Shire and started living there, and a few months, I suppose, later, parents came to Shire and said, all right, time to go back. And then my character said, nope, I like it here, it's too calm, too peaceful. I want to stay in the Shire. And from there on, at some point they left, and his life continued here. It's very much in the countryside, in Frogmorton. He's indulged in hobbies, basic literature, and studying that he did. It was overall a very wholesome childhood, living with his aunt, grandpa, and cousins. You're just living a calm life, getting into trouble sometimes, otherwise just really in tune with the scenery and nature. So he doesn't actually expect to ever leave the Shire. He believes he's going to stay there a long, long time.
So he understood why his parents sent him away, yeah, to protect him from dark knowledge, yeah.
No,
He doesn't
does
understand
not.
that.
He feels like it was his idea to come to the shower and stay here. And the parents were like, okay, that's a good idea, actually.
Mm. Because it's him who proposed them that, yeah.
It was actually them who proposed it, but it was his decision to actually stay there once he had a chance to
I
return.
see. Hey, he didn't want to go back.
A bit of reverse psychology from the parents, so he wouldn't get into trouble.
I see.
I see. Yeah. Quite subtle. Super. The
Yeah,
quality of your mic went down. I don't know why.
Another point is he doesn't expect to indulge in any heroics. He just thinks he's going to have a very normal life. So when he does get pulled into an adventure, it'll be like, what is going on here?
The classic Hobbit.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. I think I need those two things. Before I promise we'll go into the character sheets but I need those two things. Let's be snappy about it. No need to make a big story about it, but I'd like to know if you have Ethan, Godmoon, do you have a secret?
Like, sorry, just to clarify, from who? Like, from am I keeping it from my like parents or just from anyone? Just a secret in general. I'd say no, actually, if that's an option. Probably not.
Okay, no secret.
Yeah.
Owen, do you have a secret?
I'm afraid I haven't really thought of. I haven't really thought of one. Yeah. Can you come back to me in a second?
Okay. Yeah. Secrets, Bernard?
Bernard has two love interests, and he kind of has a crush on his female cousin, but he knows his boundaries over there.
And she wants to help him decide between the two girls when she's the one. Oh, Bernard, you're Casanova. With clothing girl. Okay. Yeah, we're good. I have more, but okay. Okay. Hero cultures. No, let's go back into
Or just on
Owen,
on the secrets, 80. Do you want us to tell you the secret now in front of everybody, or do you want to just say we have a secret?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
Okay. So I think on my I had possibly a bad encounter out there in the south of Mirkwood at one stage, where I had a vision, or somehow the shadow revealed itself. It was overwhelming, and so just that's kind of like there was a moment there that was just so dark and horrific. So that, and I haven't really been able to share that with anyone. Yeah, there you go.
Love it. Nice. Thank you for this little gift. Okay. Now, everyone go to your culture, the culture page. Owen, open your what is it? Table Elves of Mirkwood. Okay, let's go into attributes now. Well, you can, by the way, you can write down your standard of living, or is it a drop down? If it's a drop down menu, you just pick it up. Standard of living, yeah, it's a drop down, yeah. So do that, and then it's time to pick your attributes. So you can either roll, Mr. Someone, or you can pick strength. Well, I guess you've noticed already. Each attribute is associated with a series of skills. Strength, the skills associated to strength are under it on your character sheet. There is 6 skills per attribute, and that's it pretty much. If you roll a skill that is under the strength attribute, you use the TN of this attribute. So if you have a strength of 5, that means a TN of 15 for all physical skills. You get the idea. So time to pick your little to make your little selection. Let's go with Ethan Barding. Which one did you pick?
Oh, this has been something I've been thinking about a bit here. I was kind of just because this is my first time, I want something balanced. So I feel like just doing the 5-5-4 felt okay to just go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
I'll do. It's
that's good.
The 5th one, yeah.
Yeah. It's something. Then your TN is it will stick on you. You have ways you can gain. You can buy the virtue prowess multiple times, up to 3 times, to decrease your TN, not to increase your attribute, to decrease your TN. But that's the only way you can alter your TN. Your TN will be there forever. Pretty much the same if you don't get the prowess virtue. So to have a balanced character means a balanced character. Doesn't mean you will rock it on one side or the other, because that makes a big difference. 2 points. 2 points. The TN difference is huge, because on a D6, it's a third. You have to beat your TN, you roll a D12 plus the number of skill points you have. So have a balanced character is precious, because if you have a specialist in the group that falls, then you're here to replace him, sort of. But you won't be the specialist. But like you said, because you want, just letting you know that this is a big deal. Not to slow things down.
I think I'm gonna do 6-6-2.
Total opposite.
And I'm not gonna heed any of the warnings you just said.
Yeah. Okay, 6-6-2 is great. You'll see that your character sheet will edit for you your TNs accordingly. Laris.
The description of heart in general is
heart. When you look at the skills, you have enhearten, travel, insight, healing, courtesy, and battle. Heart is to do with the socializing. Socializing and perseverance, determination.
I think I am going to go balanced. I don't like the idea of having this character with anything really weak. So I'm going to go 5, 4, 5.
Okay, fair play.
And I just put that
Bernard?
in the little box at the.
Yeah, you put that in the little box, and your TN will
Little
be
box,
edited
yeah.
accordingly.
I see.
I'll go with 3 strength, 7 heart, and 4 wits.
Nice. 3, 7, 4. And we had a 5, 5, 4. What did you pick, Owen?
5, 4, 5. I'm just trying to change it from
5,
40.
4, 5. Now it makes sense with the group. We have a 6, 6, 2, 5, 4, 5, and a 5, 5, 4. No, what did you say? Sorry, Bernard.
I
3,
went
7,
with 3, 7, 4.
3, 7, 4. Yeah. Yeah, you still need to put 4 in your wits. Very good.
Big-hearted hobbit.
Big heart. So those are your starting TN. The target's number, the number you need to equal or beat to achieve a success on a roll. Then derived stats. So you have endurance, hope, and parry. So your endurance is just that. When you fall to 0 endurance, that means you've been you're not necessarily injured. There is something called wounds in this game. You can be wounded twice. If you're wounded twice, you dying. If you're dying, you're not healed within 2 hours, you're dead. But if you fall to 0 endurance, you're unconscious, and after 1 hour, you wake up with 1 point of endurance. If you're wounded and fall to 0 endurance, just the same, you're unconscious. But if you're wounded twice, you're dying. So your endurance for bardings is strength plus 20. Your endurance is in the middle of your character sheet under resources. For the elves of the Wilderland, endurance is strength plus 18. And for hobbits, strength plus 18 too. Now your hope will be heart plus 8 for the bardings, heart plus 10 for the hobbits, and heart plus 8 for the elf. Your parry and your hope is near is in resources as well. In the line in the middle of your character sheet, you have endurance to the left.
Are we still filling in the? Big, or the small little box, or the big?
Both.
Okay. So for endurance, you put 20. You put the result in both boxes.
Yeah. The big one is the current rating, and the small one is the max.
Perfect.
Then, so you see that strength determines endurance, heart determines hope, and wits determines your parry rating. You'll have to write that down. It's under hope. You have a losange there as well. So parry is the TN for the adversaries to hit you. So wits is as well like quickness, because you see under wits you have stealth, explore, scan, So wits anyway is parry. So with that you will defend yourself. So for the bardings, parry is wits plus 12. For the elves is wits plus 14. And for the hobbits is plus 12. Wits plus 12.
No, I'm gonna be an easy man to hit. Oh no.
You can get
You're at
armor.
14.
Right, because I have the wits of
Yeah.
2 and then plus 12, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but you're tough.
You got some good endurance, at least, I think. Some decent, I guess.
Get a massive shield or something.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Okay. Next, we have the skills. Now, you see that you just write that down. Alors, to add a skill point onto your character sheet, you need to Alt, left click it. Hold Alt and left click on the pip. And to remove it, you Shift Alt, click it.
Okay. On the skills. So, for example, or I just Alt and left click. Right, left click. Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
And once
Okay.
it's done, it's done. You know, you don't have to do that every morning. You know, it's it's not going to change every session. Don't worry. You don't have to Alt click your life all the way.
Oh, I can't seem to get rid of them. What was it? Oh, it was Shift Alt click to get rid of them, right?
Shift Alt to remove them.
Uh-huh.
So just go with what's on the table, and when that's down, there's two of them skills are showed as favored. Pick one of them, and Alt click on the little circle before the name of the skill to make it favored. That means that every time you're gonna roll for this skill, you roll 2 12-sided dice and pick the best.
Right.
So the bardings, you gotta pick between athletic and enhearten. What do you pick?
I picked Enhearten.
You picked enhearten. Interesting. I like it. Bernard, you have the choice between courtesy and stealth. Which one will you favor?
Could I ask, I'd like to ask my party members, are you both skilled in stealth, or is that something I could potentially dip into?
It sounds like a good hobbit trait.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I think I'll be reasonably stealthy, but that's probably going to be a good one for you to be strong in. If you were,
Yeah.
If you could be the
Definitely.
stealthy hobbit, that would be great.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever
Alright,
be able to stealth anywhere. My stealth has 0 extra dice, and my TN is 18. So I'd have to roll a Gandalf rune to even succeed at all.
Yeah.
I do have 3, but I mean, yeah, it's just I think that would be a. What was your other option?
courtesy. So I'm wondering if we are good with social stuff as well.
But you already have a very strong TN in a TN of 13 in courtesy. In everything heart, you know, and courtesy included. So I'd bank on what. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with stealth. I think might be more useful. It's a bit more niche for the party as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So apply all your skill points as they show on the pick your favored skill. Good moon is sorted. Elaris sorted.
Oh, I don't. What was my choice? Sorry, I couldn't see that choice under my character for.
It's either awareness or stealth. But you go awareness because we have someone that picks stealth already.
And I have 2 choices. Two to put on, or just one?
One. You pick either awareness or stealth.
And is that where you tick it and make it a favorite? or
Yeah.
or is
Yeah.
it just
On the left
okay.
You
side.
tick it.
Okay.
You alt click the circle before the title
Yeah,
of the
yeah, put
of
a
the
little-
video.
Yeah, once again with the alt. Yeah, is it with
Yeah.
the alt or
Alt.
okay?
Yeah.
There you go. Yes,
Yeah.
I've
Got
I've
it.
put it on awareness.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That makes
So we
sense.
have a stealth and heart, and it's nice. You picked a favorite skill in each different category. So it's coming together nicely. Good. Next combat proficiencies. It's just what it says on the tin. It's what you're good at to kill stuff.
Okay.
So,
Is it-
or the elves, their bow or spears, and you put two pips in there. The combat proficiencies
Oh,
are under either or. Yeah, I mean it's or bows or spears at 2,
Okay.
and then anyone at level 1.
Okay, so one at 2, and one at 1.
Precisely.
Yeah, because I was. Oh, where did it do that? That's cool. I'm gonna go bow. How do I get? I'm trying to get rid of that brawling one. Oh, is brawling automatic? Seems to
Brawling
just-
automatic, it's half of your best combat proficiency.
I see. So it's self-populated. Cool. Okay, so then I'll go into swords. I'd rather have a sword than a spear, I think. So I'm gonna go swords. Is that right? 2 and 1.
Mm-hmm. Godmoon, I advise you to pick one melee and complementary ranged, because there is this. It's an advice. I like the sword axe, option, but there is something combat. There is something called the opening volley. So ranged are also spears, by the way. You can throw spears. One-handed short spears and spears, but not great spears. Great spears are only two-handed, I think. But there is an opening volley, meaning you have a free round shooting before the entering the fray. So there is always a chance that you could hit, home a random arrow, okay, good. Spears.
Yeah, I'll do swords and spears then.
Love it. LRS, bow and swords. Bernard.
Just one question on axes. Can you have a throw and hand axe as well? Is that arranged, or is it?
I don't think it's in the list of equipment as a thrown axe, but I don't see why not. We could figure out the stats for that.
No,
Hobbit,
not
it's bow or swords at level 2, and
We'll
then
go with-
any. Yeah.
Yeah, you're about to say something.
No, it's just bow or sword level 2, and then any combat proficiency at level 1. Yeah, you saw that.
Okay, I'll go with. Tempted to go bow, but I'll go with swords.
Okay, and the other one, bow.
With bow.
Cool.
nice.
So to hit with your bow, with your spear, with your axe, with your sword, the TN is your strength. TN. Right? So 17 to hit for Bernard. 15 to hit for Alaris, and 14 to hit for Godmoon.
Where do I note this down?
This is automatic. When you roll to attack, you roll 1d12 plus your combat proficiency, 2d6 in swords, against the TN of 17, which is your strength TN. And this is modified by the parry rating of the adversary. Some adversaries are nimbler than others, and they give you a negative modifier to a TN. I mean, you know. All right. We're nearly there. Fucking hell. Good. We have 40 minutes.
Well,
I need a
sorry.
mini break. Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed.
What, man?
I was noticing with the ranged weapons, if you're in a melee, you can stay with your ranged weapon, sort of standing in a stance, ranged stance behind people. But I also noticed you can only do that if you have a certain number of people actually engaging in the melee. So
yeah, you need 2 guys to protect you. Pair ranged. If you have 1 bower and two melee guys, and you need not be outnumbered by more than twice. So for you, that would be 2 at the front, 1 at the back, and not against 7.
Right.
I see.
Right.
Against 6 max.
We have to encourage Rocco if he joins in to be good with melee, I think.
I lost my little notes. Somewhere in the book.
Are we having a quick minute?
Yeah.
I'll just dodge to the bathroom.
The best part now. There is that too. Dun, dun. Like that.
To help maybe speed up, do you want me to do the previous? I know how to do the previous experience portion. Would you like me to sort of just get that started on my own?
Oh yeah, please do. Go ahead.
Okay.
No worries.
I didn't know if you wanted me to like sort of stay with the group in terms of what I've been doing.
Well, that's you can always, if you keep track of it, because it's easy to lose track. Huh?
Yeah.
But if you keep track of it, and you'd be able to adapt on the fly after you don't always want to be the one specialized in that and the other guy does that. It's not a requirement, but it's good to know where everything sits.
Yeah.
And I think I'd like to give you guys 14 points of previous experience, just because. Instead of 12.
I like the sound of that.
So it's time for let me take a minute too. I'll be right there. It's time for previous experience. So the table on that is page 46 of the real core rulebook. It's right before starting gear and after callings. It's right after callings. And when you have 14 points to spend.
Okay, 46, page 46. Oh.
It'll be page 50 of the PDF. Okay. Or like it'll be marked as 50 at the top.
Okay, thanks.
And then it'll break down what the points mean and everything on the right hand side of that.
Yeah.
I did quite a bit
Getting
of
there.
research before coming into in terms of character creation, I guess.
Yeah, I read through it. It was good reading. If someone else wants to go first, I'm just getting to page 50. Okay, so sorry, what were we after again, Ethan?
Oh, we're just doing the previous experience. So this is basically
Previous
like
experience.
you can take
Yeah,
the skills you have
yeah.
right now and sort of bump them up with a certain amount of points. I'm just trying to think of like
I haven't found it.
my.
What was it after he said?
It said it was right
Oh,
after.
here we go.
Collins.
Experience.
Yeah.
Experience.
Yeah.
Experience. Yeah. Cool. Great.
Previous experience. Yeah.
Oh, I've got experience.
If you can go to callings, if you like, it's literally like right after that.
Okay.
Right as. Yeah, on page 50.
The company. Yeah. Okay. Starting. Previous experience. Beautiful. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
The ability levels of all newly created player heroes are free to raise their abilities. Okay, as they see fit. So you said I had 15.
14 instead of 12. 14
great.
points to spend on
the
the
skills.
on the two tables. Yeah. So it's for the skills. It's you buy level 1 at 1 point, and you buy your second level for 2 points.
I
So
see.
to go to level 2 costs 3 points.
I
Clear?
see.
Yeah, and combat proficiencies is twice the value. I advise you greatly to pick a combat proficiency at level 3 from the get-go.
Okay, and the combat proficiencies coming down right to the swords and stuff. So I have bows at 2. Do I want to? So that to get that up to 3 would cost me 3 points.
6 points.
Oh,
It
6
costs
points.
you 6 points. From 2 to 3 combat proficiency, it's 6 points. For the Hobbit.
Yep.
For the Hobbit, that wouldn't be my advice, but maybe yes. Depends on what kind of if you really want to play it sneaky or but if you want to get involved, and you will be involved anyway.
So just to double check, I can spend these points either on skills or on combat proficiencies, which is doubled.
Yes. You have the table, yeah? You see the table?
Yeah, I see it here.
Yeah. So yeah, combat proficiencies cost double the amount. And you can raise a combat proficiency to a max of 3 and a skill to a max of 4 at the start.
As a general question here, I feel like I shouldn't spend any on any of my wit skills because they're bad, or is it good to spend on the wit skills because I already am going to have a hard time getting that target number? You know what I mean?
Tough choice.
Yes to both.
Yeah.
Yes to both. Yeah. You don't want to waste them there, but maybe you want one that you'd like to, at least not suck.
Yeah, my persuade is at 3, which is pretty good actually. I might be able to get 18. Not easily, but it's possible at least. So maybe I'll just leave those as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you travel,
8 already. So.
Okay. When you travel, you guys will have to pick a role. in the party. You'll either be the guide and then use travel, the skill travel, to orient the whole company. Or you'll be the scout and then you use the skill explore. So those are very important skills, yeah. Travel for the guide, explore for the scout. Then we have the lookout, the one who will take care of the camp. He will use awareness. And the last role for journey is the hunter, who will use hunting. So Godmund will be good. He has a basic TN of 14 in strength. So you'll be a good hunter. You'll possibly be best at hunting now because you already have two pips in there.
And it's favored, which is nice, right?
We need someone good for the awareness is favored for Elaris. Or you'll probably be a good scout, good lookout. But you have good scan as well. Explore, not too bad. No, I wasn't talking about scan now. And Bernard stealth level 4. Okay. We have no one with explore. Someone needs to.
I have one in explore, but I'm already doing the other job of scout.
You can pick. You can pick two roles if need be. You can be.
I'll go ahead and select explore. I think that suits my inquisitive hobbit.
Okay.
I'll put 2 points into explore.
How are you guys at travel? Because I can, since we need to take 2 if need be, I have 1 pip and travel, and I have some points left over. So
yeah, you'd be a good guide as well because your TN is 14 as well. It's very good there. I'd see you as the guide.
Has anyone else got healing?
I have none. I think it costs more to bump up healing, doesn't it?
No?
There's
Why?
something weird about healing.
No.
I thought healing was like
healing.
Got 1 healing?
Yep.
I've got 1 healing, but I was just wondering if I should. One of us would be quite good to have.
There is a little tool here. Let me stop you for a sec. Go please and open the companion packs. It's the last before the last tab, top right. Companion packs. Open the macros, English macros, and from there drag and drop the synthesis of players' characters into your macro bar at the bottom. You have your macro bar at the bottom. You drag and drop your synthesis.
Yeah, I think already there.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, there is actually. It looks like it might already be there, but. What was that one?
And there you can see all the. You need to be part of the fellowship. Let me do that for you. Bernard, Laris, Godmund. I've dropped you into because you have your player character sheet and you have the fellowship sheet, which is right under the folder for PCs. And I've dropped you guys already as members of the fellowship, and now you will show. You're showing when you click on the macro for synthesis of players' characters. Now you have everyone is listed there. You can see the skills of everyone at once. It's pretty handy.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
So now you can continue on. This is the toughest part, the previous experience. because it's
Yeah,
a bit of min-maxing between the three of you. But with this synthesis of player characters, little macro that will help to jump between that and your own character sheet and do your math. Be a good player.
Persuade. Okay. Bernard's quite persuasive. That's good. He'll be doing our persuading. That's interesting. Oh no, and actually, no, but so are you, Goodmund. Both quite persuasive. Cool.
Yeah, but a high target number for me. So like I'd have to still roll over an 18, even though I have a big bonus. That's what I just started with, though.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I think I've spent all my points.
It's possible. I think I have just a few more. So used.
Being 9. Yeah, 6.
There appears to be a skill called Battle. How often would that be used?
You use battle to have a general sense of tactics and the like, and practically to create advantages or remove complications from a fight. Meaning, if you stand in a pond of water and your enemy is on top of you, you're having a complication. But if you're the one standing on the top of an enemy, himself standing in a pond of water, you are having an advantage. Now, with the battle, you can decide to, instead of attacking, making a tactical move, roll battle, and if you succeed, you remove the complication, or you find a better of, you find a tactical advantage and you gain an advantage. And an advantage is a bonus die to your roll, and a complication is a die, a malus. Yeah, and as well, yeah, I think that's the main use for battle. But you would use it, if you have let's say you're the head of a rider's host, and you're looking to command a group of people, a group of soldiers. You would use battle, things like that.
Sounds good. Thank you for explaining that. I'm also curious about courtesy and persuasion. What would be the real difference between those two?
Courtesy would be everything to do with the know-how of a certain culture, a given culture. So knowing what to say, what not to say. That would be courtesy. Remembering the voice of someone. That would be courtesy as well. Everything to do with the social rules, behavior. Persuasion is just what it's just that. Force someone to do, convince someone to do something. Lying to someone would be a riddle.
Okay.
And riddle is as well used to untangle riddles, find the answer to a secret mechanism, or basically riddle out someone,
Yeah, you're good at that, Bernie.
Yeah, I think so. I have an idea of dropping 6 points from swords, and they'll let me fill out some other of these skills. For example, explore, and maybe insight as well if we need information about people.
Yeah. The group.
An insight,
Mhm.
but that doesn't mean you can't also be. But
Sure.
We also get a couple of them through our calling, don't we? We get a couple of skill points.
From your calling, yeah, we forgot that. From your calling, no, you don't get any point, but you get two extra favored skills.
Ah, very good.
So,
Yeah,
as a champion, you can pick two extra favored skill from athletics, and hunting.
yeah,
Athletics.
I did athletics and hunting.
Okay. And make sure they don't conflict with the one you had previously favored from your culture. Sometimes they do conflict.
I did
For the scholar, you have two extra favored skills between craft, lore, and riddle. And for you were warden, huh? Yeah. And for the warden, it's two extra favored skill between awareness, healing, and insight.
okay. I'm getting that
Having
healing up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I want to be somebody to be a healer, so it might as well be me. Healing, and then the other one was insight, because I've already got awareness, right?
Okay.
I don't even have a point at insight, but and sorry, the difference between a favored skill and having points in it.
You want favored is huge because you reroll. It's a reroll on a D12. Picks the best out of and a D12 is twice a D6. Yeah. So and it can as well avoid an eye of Sauron, or it can double the chance of an automatic success with a Gandalf. So a favored is definitely the best of.
Okay. So for example, with insight, if I was rolling that, I don't have any advantage because I don't have a point in it. So I roll a D12.
Yeah, you roll. You
D12.
always roll a D12 plus whatever skill you have or don't.
But then I would get to roll again because I'm favored. I'd get 2 rolls.
You would roll 2 dice and pick the best. Yeah.
Right. That's cool. So the favor is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So the calling is actually calling gives you quite a bit there.
Actually, it does. Yeah.
I have a random. Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Had a quick random thought. I feel one of us, not me, I'm a hobbit, we should dip into athletics a bit more. Maybe 1 point. I see both of you have 2 points in athletics. Maybe help with moving stuff or getting out of. Maybe.
I have 2.
I will have a 2 favored. Huh?
Yeah, mine
is
also favored. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Underlined favored. Yeah. Godmund is good at that. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, for instance, I would roll 2d6 and 2d12 and take the higher d12 and then cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it. And a TN of 14.
Yeah, sweet. I feel good about that.
So
I can sort of rearrange something if you want me to try and bump it up, though. But I don't know where I'd take it out of yet.
So awareness is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need someone. Hunting is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Travel, that would be you again, which isn't favored, but it's good. It's at level 2. It's decent. Then explore. It's the last one. We have a level 2 at TN 16. Well, you can't be good at everything, you know.
The Hobbit, Bernie has 3. Yeah. Explore.
Yeah, and I also have 3 in travel. I bumped that one up.
Nice.
Oh yeah, see, I had to refresh my synthesis of player characters and explore at 3 pips. Very good. Mighty. Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Loving that.
Okay.
Loving that favored stealth on the Hobbit. That's cool.
Walker got it.
It's gonna be good.
4 pips and favored. Deadly.
It's gonna be rolling so many dice.
Oh my god, yeah.
Gonna be sneaking up on
amazing.
those trolls.
Okay.
Awesome.
Can't wait for those extra successes. Every 6 to make a success like with a TN 16. No, let's do that, Bernard. Let's have everyone, in fact, roll stealth now, just for the crack.
Oh, okay.
Okay. To make a roll in the game, the results in the game, Boba, you know, it's Foundry. They show in the chat feed to the right. You click on stealth. It automatically says what TN it was. It rolls for you. If it's favored, you saw that there was a pop-out window. There is a pop-out window to make a roll favored or ill-favored. You noticed where it is?
No, not yet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Under dice, is it? Rollable
Yeah,
tables, or-
click on your stealth.
Okay, just on my character sheet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll come up with my stealth. Just
Click on whatever skill,
And then,
you know,
okay.
whatever good skill you have.
Yep, stealth. Yep.
Then you have this pop out window. There, you don't have to take care of the TN. The modifier, you don't have to take care of that. Weary, it will automatically decide if you're weary or not. Miserable, normally it will automatically input that factor as well. Favored, if the skill is favored already, it will count that. But if it's if I say that if you have a favored skill and I say it's a bad vibe all over, it's ill favored, but you have the skill favored, it becomes back to normal. Okay, but so to change that, you it's the check under favored, ill favored. We're still looking at the roll pop out window, yeah, right? And you check this little thingy to make a roll favored, ill favored, and you have to activate it by clicking on the Gandalf 12-sided rune near feed die under favored, ill favored. Then if you spend the point of hope, you click on hope point bonus die. If it's inspired, you click on inspired. Then that would add two bonus dice if you get support. And then there are the bonus and penalties in case I say to you are at an advantage or you have a complication. Then you click to the right or to the left of the 0. And then you click on you finalize and you click on roll. Voilà, and if you click on the message, it will unfold and show you the details. And you can see that for now, I just roll stealth for Bernard, and you see that with an extra die, there was hope spent or something. There's a 6 there. 3, 5, 5, 6, 1. There's a 6. So that's an extra success. That's why it counts as a great success. We'll go into the nitty-gritty of the mechanics while we play, you know? No worries about that. Don't worry, we don't. There's not much to it. It's quite a simple. After all, there are not many exceptions to the rules. Okay, let's go into starting gear. It's pretty simple. You pick what you want. Nearly.
Sorry, starting gear. The modifier, just a modifier on the dice, is that something that's just comes from certain skills, or how does that modify?
No, it's come from the situation. If it's something difficult or done at a disadvantage or with a complications, those are the kind of modifiers.
Okay.
So your starting gear is it's right after the previous experience tables. But yeah, but your standard of living will determine what kind of gear you can or cannot access, and actually you can pick any weapon. So pick any weapon you like. The problem is you might want all the weapons in the world. You know, you might want to be totally like bristled out, but you'll be loaded, and overload is bad in this game. So load plus fatigue. If load plus fatigue equals your current endurance, you become weary. Load plus fatigue equals endurance equals weary. Weary equals your 1, 2s, and 3s count as 0. That means half of your skill dice are gone. So anyway, if you have a bow, by the way, wood elves don't use great bows. They use simple bows. Then between sword and long sword, but it's up to you guys to pick it. Apart from that, the hobbits cannot. The weapons available to hobbits are axe, bow, club, cudgel, dagger, short sword, short spear, and spear. And you cannot use a great shield either. If your standard of living is prosperous, you can afford a coat of mail, which would be funny for a farmer, but funny stories are the best. And to afford a mail shirt, you need at least a minimum standard of living common. So Elaris, you're frugal. Godmund, you're prosperous. And
I'm frugal.
And Bernard is common. So Bernard could afford a mail shirt if he wanted to. So same, those armors, they come with a load. So you see that your load, the total load of your weapons plus your armor, in fact, reduces your endurance sort of, because you kind of want to avoid to become weary and have half of your success dice eaten away. So you have a margin to play with there. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just trying to decide whether I want to take a coat of mail or not. I think character-wise it is a bit funny too, but it is better. But I'm not sure what that means. Like, what does 4D mean for armor and protection?
Alors,
if it's like too much of a thing, we can get into it later. But I figured I'd ask.
to avoid being wounded, when you striken, when you're hit, you take a certain amount of points of endurance anyway. That's the basic, the damage of your weapon. The weapon comes with an injury rating. That means how bad it can hurt and go through armor. And this injury rating is the TN. Is your TN is to go. You'll have to protect against that with a feat die, a D12, and as many dice as you have armor.
I see.
And the same
So
goes for adversaries resisting your attacks. If you have a spear at TN 16, injury rating 16, they'll have to roll armor against 16.
I see. Okay.
So a good weapon is a balance between a certain amount of damage and a high injury rating. And to wound, they on top of the damage, the base damage that you do to wither them down, because you take down their endurance or you lose some endurance. But you're wounded or you wound someone when you roll a 10 plus or a 10 or a Gandalf on your 12-sided die. Then they need to roll for protection, or you need to roll for protection.
I see.
It's a lot to take, but it's at the end of the day, it's simple with practice. It's like everything.
Right. For me,
Is
would
there-
you recommend taking a shield instead? Because my parry modifier is quite low at 14, and I could instead take a shield. Okay, I'll take just
Makes
a
sense.
shield.
Clever. Load 4 then. Parry modifier +2. It will automatically modify. Or you take a buckler. Bernard took a buckler, and Godmoon a proper shield, and that will automatically change your parry rating.
Okay.
Right. And these weapons are in the items under the item equipment, armor, shields, and weapons.
The keen swords, those are not available, or
They will be if you pick the reward. We're going right into that. It's the next. I think
okay.
we're nearing the end. We have to do useful items after the gear, and then starting rewards and virtue, and we'll be done. I think we have to push an extra 15 minutes. Will you be okay with that, guys?
Yep,
I'm
sounds
alright with
good.
that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, love you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. One more question. I don't know if I want to do this because it is, like you said about the armor, it does feel weird as a farmer to do this. Can I take a great shield with the prosperous?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
You know that can totally be like, you can totally come with the story that you saved the princess of the local lord, and you were given a shield, a great shield in reward, for a reward or
Yeah.
something, or you found it, in a burial place, no one else knew it, and this is your secret. In fact, you have a secret. And when you decide to go, you take your great shield with you. You go and you bury the, I don't know, you bury out the great shield, and off you go, or whatever,
Right. That's a good point. Yeah.
Now you said
There's
with my
always-
sorry.
Say, Owen.
Oh, you said with my frugal, I couldn't afford mail, so I could afford leather. Is that right?
You can afford leather shirt or leather corselet if you wish, and
Yeah,
a buckler at most.
a buckler at most. Okay. And can I get a leather helmet or anything, or not? No kind of helm.
Yeah, you can get a helm. Yeah, No restrictions there.
Okay, like. Okay.
If
Would you recommend?
during
Would you
combat-
recommend the helmet's going to be quite heavy, right? For load. So
Yeah.
maybe just just stick with the leather thing, leather helmet. It's lighter, right?
There's no leather helmet.
Oh, okay. There is
In
on the in the foundry, but not.
Oh, yeah. What did I do with that armor? Founded leather helmet, protection 1 die. Yeah, I didn't. It's the same. It's the same stats.
Is it? It's still 4 weight and everything.
It's still a 4 load. Yeah.
Okay, so might as well just get the helm. Yeah.
Yeah.
A serious
you can
helmet.
get the helm. Then after session 1, if you realize that maybe I prefer an axe, or because there is a difference in mechanics between an axe, a spear, a sword. They do different stuff. They have different special attacks. They're better or worse at special attacks. So no need to go into these specifics right now. But
No.
after the end of session 1, if you realize that helm is too much, or that axe I want to be a sword, no bother. We're learning the system. So if after a session of gameplay you realize that you wanted more of this or that, it's good.
Great.
Varun, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good to go. I've chosen a short sword, buckler, and leather armor.
Cool. You guys have noticed that a dagger has no load to it, so a dagger comes for
Good to
free,
have one.
sort of.
Yeah, nice. I noticed it was kind of part of unarmed combat, really.
One more quick question here. It says here starting heroes can choose one weapon for each combat proficiency. So do I choose both a sword and a spear, or just one?
Yeah. A sword and a
Okay.
spear if you want to. Yeah, sure. And so you have three kind of spears: the short, the spear, and the great spear. At 2, 3, and 4 loads.
Can the great
only
spear
the-
be held in one hand, or does it have to be two-handed?
Short spear can be thrown. Spear can be 1 or 2-handed and be thrown. And the great spear is only 2-handed and cannot be thrown.
Yeah. So
Then
with your-
two-handed makes again a difference in combat. When you do a heavy blow, when you do an extra success in combat, when you hit your target with an extra success, a great success, or possibly an extraordinary success, every 6 is a special attack. And you can pick either a heavy blow, a fend, a pierce. You can do stuff with your shield. And 2-handed weapons, for example, they give you a bonus of +1 to your heavy blows. Heavy blow means that you add your strength to the damage of your weapon. So it can be deadly very, very quickly in both ways. Because you can either do suddenly an extraordinary success and have crazy damage, or you roll a wound, a 10+, a 10 or a Gandalf. You roll a wound, he misses his armor, and he's dead. If he has only 1 might. If it's a 2 might enemy, he needs 2 wounds to be killed. Tough enemies have various fell abilities that makes them, of course, a bit more difficult than that to kill. But you come with. Okay. Are you guys good with gear?
I've got the weapons, but as far as the equipment goes, do we need to?
Alors, you guys, there is only one kind of equipment that is interesting to look at in this game is the useful items. Everything else you have your travelers, your journeyer, your whatever, you have your boots for winter, you have your blankets, you have your traveling gear. We're not going into the nitty-gritty of that, how many days of food you have, who cares? But what we want to know is, do you really have something useful in there? And a useful item in there means that you have a +1 die to roll with the according skill. And you have as many useful items as your standard of living allows you. So with a frugal, you start with 1 useful item. With prosperous, you start with 3. And with common for the hobbits, you start with 2. And you can see on the page 50 of the core rulebook, a little selection, examples of useful items. I invite you to use your imagination there. For example, here there is a knife for skinning rabbit, and it is a useful item for hunting. A coil of rope with a grappling hook, athletics, a windproof lantern, scan. We have a player in the first group who picked a set of maps, so he has a +1 to explore. Another player picked a silver torque, so he has a +1 to courtesy. And the other player picked balms for healing. He has a +1 in healing.
Yeah, so I can see the healing balm there. But then I also have the flute. Any way I could have those 2 items, or just?
It's 1. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Frugal man.
So I just try
if you go in...
probably makes sense if I have the flute, because I chose that as my.
Yeah.
But
so +1 in songs. If you go into journal and tables and aids, there is this documents and there is extra useful items there. Sample useful items 1, sample useful items 2. It's in tables and aids under journal.
Oh, right.
And you have more stuff. You just need to load the PDF. And there is new gear as well if you really wanted to dig into warhammers or mauls. Go a bit out of the great sword even. But it's not Conan, I wouldn't just go too deep into, pick a sword, be heroic, and that's all we need, But if you really want your warhammer on your...
I see it has beers there.
Yeah, beers and pipe wits.
Yeah.
So if I got one of these items, like, for instance, the flute that says song +1, does it add a literal +1 when I roll song, or is it 1 die? Okay, I see.
Yeah, if you use if you use the flute, yeah.
Right.
I've selected maps and silver talk. That's going to help me with exploration and courtesy.
Cool.
I took the coil of rope with grappling hook for athletics, and I think I'm going to choose both the flute and the healing bomb as well, because I'm a little rich boy, apparently. I can choose 3, so...
Yeah. I just feel like I need to get the healing balm, so I've got the healing balm. Although I suppose if you have the healing balm, maybe I could.
Yeah, I did
share
that.
maybe.
If an item is missing, I just create it for you there, and you can drag it to your character sheet. Just let me know. I think you can even create it yourself. Not sure if I gave you the permissions there. I'll make you owners of that. You should have the permissions now.
I'd like to.
Great. Yeah, you have it.
I'd like to get a sort of like knife for carving, so I can get a +1 to hunting instead of the flute.
Let's go.
So
example,
that
if
I don't step on no one's toes.
oh no, no, it'd be nice to
Who's
make music together. That would be cool. But the healing balm, if Gormund has a healing balm, Godmund, if he has the healing balm, and I'm doing the healing, can we work together, or is it a?
Yeah, technically yes, but the game doesn't really. But yeah, I would say yes, but maybe you don't have the knowledge. I don't know. The game is not really keen on this kind of things. It's like if you have a magic item, it's yours. You know.
I see.
Yep.
It's kind of like there is a connection between things and people.
Knowledge.
And yeah. But I don't see why not, you know. But a set of maps, you know, not everyone would be able to read them, maybe, you know. A flute, not everyone would be able to just touch a flute and suddenly get a +1 song, you know. Have the flute in his hand and sing a song at +1, no, you know. But it's all about role play at the end of the day. We'll see. Who is Bernie?
I'm trying to get.
Bernie, it's your name. Okay, cool. You came with an ID already. Love it.
So if I were to make the hunting knife here and just do hunting knife, hunting +1, would the type be reward there for them?
No, that would be you when you create it, it's a, what would it be? Give me a sec. Miscellaneous.
Oh, okay.
Miscellaneous. Yeah. Miscellaneous, and the bonus is it's between us. That's not computed. You have to do it yourself to add. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I'll find a good illustration for your knife later.
Cool. Thank you. So I'm good with my stuff now, in terms of the useful items.
Good. Bernie, I love your image. Nicely done. Thank you for coming with that. A silver talk, a set of maps, mighty, and for Ilaris, a flute. Let's go. Alors now it's gonna be nice. Someone was asking, can I get a keen sword or keen bow, and what does that do? So let's look at a sword. A sword, yeah, normal sword. We see it has a damage of 4 and an injury of 16. Every time you hit with a sword, the enemy takes 4 points of endurance. If he's reduced to 0 endurance, it's like he takes a wound. He's gone. But the injury is the difficulty for him to protect. Or you will have to protect against the injury rating of the enemy's weapons. So the injury rating is quite a big deal, because you can either wither down an enemy out of endurance or kill him out straight out with a strong injury rating, very hard for them to protect against. They have to roll against your injury rating if you do a piercing blow, which is a 10 or a Gandalf on your 12-sided die. Alors, now we have a list of rewards. Rewards are like close-fitting armor or helm. You see the list on page 51 of the core rulebook. Cunning make armor, helm, or shield. Reduce your load. So a close fitting, it's +2 to your protection roll. Cunning make -2 to your load. A fell weapon means that the injury rating is raised by 2. So it's hard to resist against. A grievous weapon raise the damage weapon of the weapon by 1. And a keen weapon makes that you inflict a piercing blow, so a potential wound, on a 9+ instead of a 10+. Now, if we had the time to look at what specifically do spears, sword, and axes and bows, like spears and bows, they're more piercing, and swords, they're spears as well. They're good to fend off. Axe, they have you cannot fend off with an axe. You cannot do a pierce with an axe. All you can do with an axe, in fact, is a blowing. What's the name? But anyway,
bludgeoning or something.
Striking blow, or what was the name?
Could have been bludgeoning. I think
No.
No.
An axe. You want an axe to be grievous. You want a spear to be fell, and you want a bow or a sword to be keen.
Okay.
And you can as well pick a reinforced shield, raises the shield's parry by 1. So 1 out of 6, because you have a valor of 1, you pick 1 reward. When with experience points you buy a valor of you increase your valor, you pick a new reward, and you add it to the weapon you had, or it's another weapon that comes with a different reward. So when you start, you pick 1 reward and 1 virtue, and the virtue, you have confidence, raise your hope by 2. Let's do that after. Let's first do the reward. Ethan, did you?
I'm gonna take a keen longsword because I already had the longsword. So
great choice. Owen,
I think I'll take a keen bow. Although I'm tempted to take a better shield, but I think
a better what?
A better upgrade my buckler maybe to have it better for parrying, but yeah, it's tough. I think the keen bow. I think I'm gonna have the bow focus. Yeah. So in that case, just change the item.
Yeah.
Oh no! Do you write it on your thing here as well, on your character sheet?
No. Just pick the keen, because it's all computed.
Okay.
And the keen great bow comes with the effects loaded already. So you can.
Oh, okay. Drop the.
Yeah, you can remove your great bow, your bow, and drag the keen bow. Same for you, Ethan.
Yeah.
And drag the long sword comes in 1 and 2 hand. So drag both. You don't have. Is there keen long sword? Yeah, drag both. And you will see that one of them has a load of 0.
I see.
You get it?
Yeah. Yeah, I see now.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same item. That's one. The other one of them has a load of 0.
Mm-hmm.
And when you equip, to have a weapon equipped in the mechanic of Foundry means that the weapon you're wielding. If you switch to spear, you have to unequip your longsword and equip your spear. We'll go into when we do a test combat one day.
Okay.
And
so having them, you can't have them all equipped at the same time, right? Or you can?
No. That the system, the Foundry system would go crazy.
Yep. Okay. So just keep the bow in my hands, right, and then. Just
So
click off
you
that.
want to have only exactly. Keen bow, perfect, and a
And then
sword.
the buckler you put away as well, probably, or you could have that at the same time.
No. Yeah. You have them at the same time. You needs to know that your buckler is equipped to modify your power rating.
Okay. Yeah.
What about Bernie?
I'm thinking of taking a keen short sword.
Good
Are there
choice.
any better recommendations than this one?
No, I think it's an injury. It's an injury of 16. It's pretty good. Sword injury 16. Yeah, it's pretty good. Keen. Yeah. No, I think you're right. You didn't. You need to equip a bow as well, my good sir. I think you need a bow. Don't you want a bow?
What is sling considered as? Is that considered a bow type or brawling?
Yeah, that would be bow.
Okay, I'll go with a sling.
Okay. Of course, it's not in the list here. It's over there. Sling is 314. Yeah, it's the stat of a bow, but with a load of 0. It's pretty unfair. Yeah, but it makes sense. I want a fell sling. Okay, and you want your short sword to be keen.
What's cunning
Did
make?
you-
Could you remind me?
Cunning make is
Reduce your load rating by 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with keen then for short sword.
Okay. Let me then edit that for you. I have to go into the effect, add an effect, and blah blah blah.
The virtues are powerful, huh?
I'm looking
Yeah.
at this one that says choose 2 skills and make them favored. That seems really strong.
Yeah, that's strong. But I think raising your hope by 2 and stuff, because that's
That's good too.
yeah, because you got or prowess. You can actually raise 1 attribute target number by 1. So that's huge, right?
All right, I've
That's-
edited your short sword, given it the keen effect. To do that, you do into edit. You click on edit, and you'll see that in the effect I added keen. And when you see when you edit you press on the keen edit button there, you can.
Oh, I see it. It's under the effects tab.
Yeah, and then you change the attribute key. Weapon piercing blow downgrade to 9. Blah blah blah. Anyway, it's sorted for you. Burroughs short sword. Oh, this short sword has a story. We'll hear about it. Owns cooking knife. Sheriff's leather corselet. And Alaris. Alors, now we're into
yeah, the
after we
virtues.
finish. Virtues, and we're done. I'm
Great.
afraid.
Yeah. And so
virtues-
these virtues here are the only ones we can choose. We don't choose one from our culture, right? That's later. Okay.
Yeah, at the start, you start with a common virtue.
Okay.
So
Cool.
they're
But
listed
later
in.
we can.
From
we can
level
get
2,
one
you
ones
pick.
from
You can pick any, either a common
cool.
one
Okay.
or one from your culture. And rewards, it's always the common ones, or you find a wondrous, you find a famous weapon, and then they come with mega rewards, kind of superior keen, superior fell, all sort of funny stuff. So under items, characteristics, virtues, commands, there you can drag and drop what pleases you. I think most will be automated, apart from mastery, because you have to decide yourself which one you want to be favored, if in case. I think nimbleness is automated. If someone picks it, you tell me. Nimbleness is +2 parry. No,
Sorry,
+1.
Plus
AD
one.
if we character. So if I want to choose prowess, so I'm going to actually reduce one attribute target number by 1.
That's
Attribute
what's
By-
easier to hit than one.
Yeah. Reduce your TN.
It's not reducing your attribute itself, it's reducing the target number.
Yeah. It's as if your attribute was 1 point higher.
Okay. Yeah. So if I put that on strength, that would be my bow and my swords and everything, right? All the weaponry stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the skills below strength.
Right. Okay. So that's super cool. I mean, super powerful. Right? I think that just makes, they all look amazing, but choose what 2 skills
Yeah,
and
I
make
guess I
them
would.
hardiness. Yeah, I think
I
I'm
want
going
to
to go
ask you,
prowess.
GM, what you think here. Like,
For
a
you,
lot of
for
these I feel
Godmund?
like are good. Yeah, because I feel like endurance would be good, because I get the feeling I'm gonna be next to the enemies a lot, based on how my character is. But then, mastery could be useful, but also so could prowess. Or like, do you have a recommendation? I guess is what I'm asking.
I like prowess because it touches on a lot of things. Door-handed is nice, but when you hit with special attacks, when you make extra successes, then you're really nasty. But it's super niche. That would be possibly
Right.
something like maybe the 3rd or the 4th reward you pick, virtue.
Right.
But of course, hope is big. So confidence. Your endurance isn't bad, so I wouldn't care about hardiness.
Okay.
Nimbleness possibly, because you said that your parry rating was kind of sucks.
Yeah, my parry would go up to 18 if I took nimbleness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
with the
because you
shield
have a
and
great shield. Yeah, that
Where's the parry?
would be. Now that you have the great shield, it's not so. But there's the thing: if like the guys from Seed of the Nameless, they exited Mount Graham without helm, without bow, without axe. They had to drop everything, not to be weary, and be able to escape.
Yeah.
So a great shield might not, you might have to drop it at some point, and your parry will go down to 14 again. Then nimbleness would make sense, but I think your heart as well is important.
Do you drag the prowess onto the strength, or where do you drag it to the
Prowess,
anywhere
you
on the
just
sheet?
drag it on the sheet, and it will adjust your TN.
Yeah, I think
it's already done that, right? Because
Yeah,
I've
you've done it.
already
TN 14.
Yep.
Look at my skills here. If I were to take prowess, I would definitely do strength. All my heart skills have like pretty high. I have good bonuses there, so I think I'll do prowess, strength, just to keep it easy with like the combat sort of stuff.
Yeah. I think it's a good one to start with.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like gives you this little boost at the
Right.
start of the game. You're pretty weak. So that's no, makes sense.
Then I think I'm all set.
Yeah.
I need to go find some art or a picture or something for Godman now, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the big soft-hearted
The big
dreamer.
farmer.
Bernie, you picked a mastery, so you have 2 extra favored, and you picked.
I've added them to insight and exploration.
Oh my god, you're the multi-tool. You're gonna be all over the place. I hope. Yeah, you're gonna be an asset.
Mr. Useful.
I have a
Mr.
feeling,
Useful.
Vern over here plays a rogue in D&D. You said you play D&D, right, Vern?
Yeah, I mostly DM.
Oh, I see. Okay. Very
makes
similar
sense.
to a rogue build.
Yeah, this hobbit is becoming a ninja. Not my intention, by the way.
Yeah. Apart from that, he likes to look at the stars.
Yeah.
I came into this with zero idea. I was like, all right, we'll see what I get. Besides dwarves. That's the one.
That's like,
yeah, you only went for the dwarf.
I'm impressed with this character creation. It really feels like it's sort of grown into something, and it just seems to come together nicely.
Yeah, it's been fun actually. Yeah, but really fun.
Cool. Well, me too. I had good fun. I'm very surprised as well that it's a very different character. As the fellowship, your fellowship has a very different, personality than the other one, the other group I have, and I see that the game has a lot to offer in terms of who do you want to be. So many cultures with the minglings of callings and shadows and path and all that, plus all those little things, favored, the virtues, and you will see it rolls like it's just it rolls so nice. It's so easy to play. You don't have like a 1,000 modifiers here and there, and because machin. Possibly, a +1, a +2, or -1, a -2. Favored, ill-favored. Off you go. That's it.
Yeah.
So it rolls really, really smooth. And but you'll see about there is the journey, the council, and the combat. So that's three sets of 3 kinds of mechanics. But there's extended tasks, endeavors when you need to you have a certain time limit to achieve a certain amount of successes, and you have assists as well. If you make a stealth roll and someone fails, but someone has an extra success, he can give his extra success to the one who failed, save the day. Little things like that, and not too many, but just enough. And and mostly the shadow, hope, and load endurance. Fatigue plus load against endurance, shadow against hope, and those things, they play against each other. Okay. Yeah, and I'm most impressed as well with all the content you came up with. I took notes of everything. I recorded the session. I have 1 month before the 5th. The 5th. We meet on the 5th. I don't know what's gonna happen with Mr. Oh, I have a message. We had an emergency with one of the cats last night. She just started throwing up repeatedly and had to bring her to the vet across town because they were the only one opens. I was so tired I slept through my alarm for the game. My partner too did not hear it and wake me. Okay. Well, the cat is a good excuse. But he had set up his alarm and he didn't wake up through it. So he slept through his alarm. Okay. Tough. This is a good man. It's good that he wrote finally something after waking up. So I'll create the character with him shortly, and but we'll have a go. The four of you. I think it'd be good. He will have to adapt to all your choices now. He has no choice but to adapt to what you have coordinated already together. So I'll make sure that he comes in, and fit. But I have a lot of work now. Because it's not enough to have a campaign and whatever setting ready, but I need to make that a story just for you.
Do we still have to pick our flaws?
No, the flows they come. They actually the 4 stages of your shadow path.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hopefully, you'll never get there. Have to get there. I'm afraid that's it, guys.
Epic.
Now I'm excited. Now I gotta wait a month for this.
That's
the
yeah.
toughest part.
But imagine if we had started next week and had to wait 3 weeks before the session
true.
2.
Yeah.
That would be worst. No,
Yeah.
it was a tough choice, I know, right? But it's for the best.
It makes sense, and
You
it will
probably
build
get the-
excitement, suspense.
You can read The Hobbit again or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do my research.
Yeah.
But-
Work on your on your lore a bit.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And Varun, how are you going? Are you doing? You're reading the Lord of the Rings finally, or what you reading?
I haven't started yet. I really should. Just start reading.
If you start, you won't be able to stop ever in your life.
Exactly. A good winter read. Yeah.
Oh man,
Sure.
yeah. I keep coming back reading the best parts and stuff. You know, I'm a nerd. No, but it's a suggestion of, Varun, that will help you get a sense of, even about the Shire. There's loads to discover in the Lord of the Ring. The first 3 chapters are about the Shire, and there's loads of amazing stuff. So that would help you just read the beginning of the Lord of the Ring. That would give you more, to play Bernie. All right, friends. Awesome session. Have a nice Christmas. Stay in touch on Discord. And but we booked, huh? On the 5th. I see you there. Same
Great
place.
to meet you all. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you.
meeting everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thanks,
Good
everybody.
day.
Catch you later.
Good day.
Bye.
Catch you.
Bye.
Bye bye.